disclaimer, clearly I can't speak. I'm gonna start with a bake gig. This is what you guys came to see. My cheese made. What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another video on my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do like a little Q&A, get to know me questions, so that way you can literally get to know me a little bit better. Let's get started with these questions. So what I'm gonna do is answer a couple of like basic questions to go ahead and get those out of the way, and then we're gonna switch it up. So the first question is, when and where were you born? So I was born in Henry County Hospital, which is it's on the south side of Atlanta, if you will, like the suburbs on the south. It's not too far from the city, but I was born there, and I was born on December 4th, 1995. Does that answer? The second question is, how many people are in your immediate family? So I have two older sisters. One lives in Florida, shout out to Lily, and my other sister Erica lives in Philadelphia. She's currently there for school. And then it's me, I'm like the third child, but I'm the baby girl. And then it's my little brother, who is 16, but he's like a giant. He's an athlete, and he's like 6'2" or 6'1". But then I have my mom and my dad. So overall, it's like 6 of us. So yeah, it's a pretty decent sized family. Third question is, do you have a middle name? So I actually don't, and it's weird because out of all of my siblings, the only one that got a middle name was my little brother. And we were like, what? But he was named after my dad, so that's why they gave him a middle name as well. But me and my sisters, we didn't get middle names. So my name is literally just Judith Saucedo. That's all it is. It's so simple. So fourth question is, what is your favorite color and favorite color to wear? My favorite color is gray. Over the years, I've like turned into a more monochromatic person, and I love grays, or also like very soft pastels, like black and white. I love the elegance of it. But to wear, my favorite color is black to wear. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it just makes my eyelashes pop. I swear to God, whenever I wear black, my eye makeup feels like it's there, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's my favorite color. Question 5, favorite food and drink. Hands down, you will almost always see me with a venti iced chai tea from Starbucks. I know, it's so basic, but I freaking love it. My favorite food would probably be, what is my favorite? Pizza, yes. Pizza, I really do love pizza. Or Chick-fil-A. Anything pizza or Chick-fil-A, you got me. Question number 6. Where did you graduate from, and what is your degree? So I graduated from Georgia State University, go Panthers. I graduated from Georgia State last May, so May 2018, and my major was in speech communications, but my minor was in communication sciences and disorders. So all of the classes that I was taking prepped me to be able to go into grad school to finish my career as a speech therapist. But I did learn a lot about communications, how to do arguments, how to persuade people, public speaking, all that stuff. If there's one thing that I learned in college, it was how to communicate, so thank you GSU. Now for the other questions, I want to kind of switch it up and make it a little bit interesting. So I found a list of 200 questions online, and I'm going to answer all 200 questions. I'm just kidding. Nobody would do that. You guys would not sit through I know I wouldn't. You guys would not sit through 200 questions. So what I'm gonna do is that my best friend Amanda's here. She's helping me choose the questions, but I'm gonna say a random number, and whatever number I say, whatever question is tied to that number, I'm gonna have to answer it. And I have not looked at these questions. I have no idea what's gonna get thrown my way. So I'm a little bit nervous, but really excited. Okay. Do I tell you the first number and then you read the question?
Yeah.
Más que habla fuerte para que te escuchan.
Give me a number 1 through 200.
Okay, so first number will be 37.
What is the craziest thing you've ever done, and would you do it again?
You sure that's 37? I have some that I can't say. And then I have some that I can say, but I can't remember. I'm gonna sound boring because it's taking me so long to try to think about an answer. I promise I have one though. God, I've done something crazy. I just can't. I know, my whole life is crazy. Just pause this video because I'm like 3 minutes in and I still can't say anything. I actually just remembered. So I went kayaking in the Pacific Ocean and I don't know how to swim. I went with my friend Maria. She convinced me to get in the ocean and kayak with her. And so we're like going out and I'm like, Maria, I don't know about this. Like, I'm really scared. Like, you don't understand. Like, I can't swim. She was like, no, you're fine, you got it. And I don't care if they give me a life vest. Like, when I say I can't swim, I cannot swim. I was like screaming, literally screaming. I was like, get me off the boat right now. And like, I was in complete panic mode. So that for me was the craziest thing because I can't swim. And I'm like kayaking in the middle of the freaking ocean. Like, I was terrified, so I would not do that again. It's so scary. Okay, so that's a crazy thing that I've done. Next question. I'm gonna pick number 49.
What qualities do you admire about your parents?
Oh, that's a good one. What qualities do I admire about my parents? So I would definitely say their hard work. My dad actually came over to the United States and started trying to build a life for him. And when he met my mom, you know, they both came over and kind of built a life out of scratch. They had a couple of family members here in Atlanta, but to start something completely new in a country that they were getting used to, that didn't really speak a lot of Spanish. Like at that time when my parents moved, like my mom would tell me that at the Walmart that they would go to, there was like one like tiny section of Hispanic food, and they only had like one brand of tortillas. And for Mexicans, like that's a lot. Like if you only got one brand of tortillas, like that's you struggling. In a way, like they sacrificed so we could dream. And I will never want to take that for granted. What my parents went through to give me and my siblings like everything that we had and the memories and, you know, good and bad, like they just sacrificed so much, and I'm just eternally grateful for that. So yeah. Next question. Number 7. And go all the way back up to the top.
What was the worst phase of your life?
What was the worst phase in my life? I'd say when I was a preteen. I went through a lot of trauma. I'm just gonna be like open and honest and blunt about it because I'm not intimidated about it, but at the age of 13 I was sexually molested and abused, and going through that as a preteen, I think there's a lot of trauma that needs to heal, and I look back now and I'm like, oh my god, like I actually went through that and I survived it, and it, to me, is just a big testament that, like, you know, it is possible to heal after, you know, traumatic things happen to you. So I'd say that was like probably the toughest. All right, that was an intense question. Next one, I'll do 99. We'll go all the way up to 99. I'm still like under 100, but we'll go up to 99.
If I asked you at age 5 what you wanted to be when you grew up, what would you say?
At the age of 5, I would probably say that I wanted to be a veterinarian, because I figured, like, okay, if my family's not gonna let me own pets, then I'm just gonna go out and freaking help all the pets in the world. So that would have been my response at like 5 years old. Next number, I'll do 150. Oh no, the face you made.
What do you think was there before the universe came into creation?
Oh god. Literally, oh god. So all the elements that created the universe obviously had to be there beforehand. So I'm just all the elements to create the universe. Next question. I'm 23, so I'll do question 23. We'll see how that one goes.
What do you think of best friends of the opposite sex?
I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, you wouldn't hold yourself back from having a friend that's a different race of you or a different age, you know? Like, why does sex have to be so much more different? I get that there's differences, but if you can't learn to communicate with other people's differences, then, like, you know, I think it's important to be able to have that diversity, and I just don't think that that's fair to hold myself back from being able to love and learn and take care of somebody just because that they're a guy. I don't agree with that. So I think there's nothing wrong with it, personally. Next question, number 50.
How would you describe your best friend?
Oh my god, yes! I mean, okay, question 50 is how would I describe my best friend? She's amazing, but I would describe her as very supportive, very caring, very intentional. She's gorgeous. All my single fellas out there, I'm not kidding. Like, she's an incredible person, and I just truly, I love her so much. She's like my sister. She really is. So.
That was beautiful.
You're welcome. I love you too.
Okay, next.
Next question, we'll do number 123.
Where have you felt the most failure and the most success?
That's a good one. Okay, if we're gonna get real personal, I'll say like, oh man, this is like real personal. Should I? I'm gonna cry.
Oh, don't cry.
Like to have like healthy dating relationships, like it's not something that I've necessarily had. So when those broken relationships happen, like I just tend to see like, I tend to feel a lot of failure because I went through a broken relationship, if that makes sense. I get scared sometimes, like, and I feel that failure, like, am I gonna continue to go through this, or the heartbreak? And I think I've been over hard on myself, feeling that there's a lot of failure in those failed relationships. But at the same time, like, I look back and I see like the success of me being able to get to a place that I can truly love someone. I think that's something that I'm very proud of, is that I've learned to allow myself to love and to not be scared of it. You know, because we're all gonna have failing relationships at some point. We're all gonna have those scary moments of transitioning in our relationships, whether that's again through friendships or dating relationships or whatever the case is. We're all gonna go through that. I hope that answers that question.
Do you believe in other dimensions and parallel universes?
Do I believe in other dimensions and parallel universes? Well, I haven't been there, so I don't know. You know, if anybody else has been there, you tell me. I believe that there's heaven for sure, like, and I say that because I had a loved one that passed away, and I've had crazy experiences with that, so I know that there's something there. That I know. Plus I believe, like with my faith, that's what I believe in, and I believe in eternity. But I've never been to a parallel universe, so I don't know. Yeah. Okay, next number we'll do like 191.
Here it goes.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
What is the most romantic and loving thing you have ever done for somebody?
Well, if it's romantic, I'm pretty sure it's dating wise. So I'll say I did this one gift for my boyfriend last year. I thought it was really sweet because it took me a lot of time to make his gift, but it was for his birthday gift. And so I literally did like a different memory for each year. So from like 1 to 21, I did like 21 different things that were like little reminders, or like the story of how we met, just different little like memories and reminders, and like 21 of them since he was turning 21, and I like wrapped it all up. So I made it very sentimental and very caring. He almost cried. I almost cried, so I thought it was really sweet. I'll say I did that. Okay, next question. Number 175.
Describe your best first kiss.
I had the worst first kiss. Okay, so I'm gonna say my story of my worst first kiss though. I was in 6th grade, right? And I had this little boyfriend at the time. His name, no, I'm not gonna say his name. And so he was like a cutie, you know? But I had a friend of mine who she liked my boyfriend. And so one day we were all outside. So my friend next to me was like, Judith, what's wrong with you? Like, kiss him. I was like, I'm not gonna kiss him. So then the next day, she like approaches me. She's like, if you don't kiss your boyfriend, I'm gonna kiss him. And I was like, so then because she said that, I was like, no, I'm gonna kiss my own boyfriend. She don't need to do it for me. So it was the last day of school, and we were all leaving. I was waiting for him outside. I was like, this is my moment. I'm just gonna plant it on him. My friend's not gonna take my man away from me. As a 6th grader, I don't know why I was thinking that, but I called out his name, and then I grab him and I like bring him towards me, and we like kind of like collided heads. Then like we started like making out. Like it wasn't a kiss, it was a whole make out scene, but he put his tongue in my mouth and it was so God. And so I like pulled him away from me, and then there was a teacher there watching us. Her face, like she was so disgusted too. too, but I was equally as disgusted, so I was like, man, I can't blame you. I'm like right there with you. Like walk away and I'm like wiping all the slobber off of my face. Like I was just like, no, that was disgusting. So no.
If you got a free check for $5,000 right this second, how would you use it?
I'd put it towards my student loans.
How would you summarize your life purpose?
How would I summarize my life purpose? My life purpose? I would hope and pray that it's just to continually help and inspire people. Like whatever steps that I can do to be part of that forming bridge that helps people connect their lives to their greater purpose. I'd love to just be able to carry that meaning in my life, for sure. For 125.
When have you felt like you were living life to the fullest? When have you felt like you weren't?
I'll say I felt like I was living my life to my fullest when I was in college. Best memories that I have up to this day. I mean, skipping classes and like, I'm just kidding. I did skip classes, but like, just like work hard, play hard. Literally, that's what college was like. And it was so much fun. And I've created so many lasting friendships there and just so many memories that I hold so dear to my heart. So that was like the best time of my life, really was. And then my worst time in my life was after like wrapping up to graduate, and then after graduating, like really until the end of 2018. And it was just probably also one of the hardest seasons of my life was last year. So question 158.
Very short one.
Okay.
Would you rather be loved or loved?
I'm gonna be selfish. I'd rather be loved. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that these questions could give you a little bit more insight. I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of my YouTube and Instagram journey. If you have any further questions for me, you can feel free to just DM me personally, either on Instagram. You can find me at Judith Sauce, or you can also leave your question down below and I will try to get to it as soon as possible. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video, and until my next video, sending you guys so much love.
That was
We're
good.
done.
Yay.